So when you put the strategy in place by stepping back and thinking, all of a sudden you get to graduate to the next level. And this next level is where you need to get to. Hey, have you ever felt frustrated that you are struggling, that you are stuck and struggling and not moving ahead fast enough in your business or in your life? It's okay. I was once like you, and it's not your fault that you're not getting the results fast enough. Today, I'm going to reveal the 5 types of business owners. And you're going to put yourself in one of these categories. You want to get to here, and eventually this is the dream one, which I'll share with you in a second. And it all comes from the work that I've done with the thousands of clients that I have that are business owners, that are gym owners, that are e-com, dropship company owners, that are New York Times bestselling authors, that have $100 million businesses, that have $250,000 a year businesses. All these people, we all have the same general problems, and we fit in one of these categories, and it's going to change your life when we expose them, because you're going to then also get the exact path out of it. So every person in their problems, so when you have this category of problems, it's always got the same solution. So I'm super excited to download this to you. Who am I? Why can I do this? My name is Craig Ballantyne. I'm the author of The Perfect Day Formula, Unstoppable, which is a Wall Street Journal bestseller on how to dominate in business and in life, and my new book, The Perfect Week Formula, which helps you build your business around your life and not your life around your business, which led to this. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself these questions. First, what is the number one thing that you're struggling with in your business? Is it clarity of path, like knowing what to do, or is it having the discipline to follow through? That one question helps you figure out where you are. And then the next question for you is, what exactly do you want to achieve? Be specific. Write that down. What's your number one goal in your business for the next 12 months, the next 90 days? Think about that. And then finally, what's the number one obstacle in your way? What is the thing? Is it sales skills? Is it clarity? Is it discipline? What is it? Now, having asked those questions, let me go and talk to you about the first category. The first category, I'm going to be brutally honest, you do not want to be in this category. If you are, you've probably got the most work to do. And we call it the dreamer, the disillusioned dreamer, the person who is a dreamer and not a doer. Okay, listen, you got a great vision. You're going to be a billionaire. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. You're going to write a book. And yet, of all those things, what, my friend, have you actually done? What have you accomplished? Do you spend your day in activity and you end the day with a lot of stress and no success? Well, that, my friend, is the dreamer. So we want to get you out of that phase. If you're in the dreamer, not doer phase, you're going to be struggling. You're always going to be struggling. And struggling is a combination of being stuck and struggling. Because you're stuck, you're spinning your wheels, every single day, you tell all these people what you're going to do, but you never go and do it. What's the path out of that? Well, the path out of that is developing personal discipline. Now you might think, oh my gosh, I have to become this super hard, crazy warrior, and that's not me. That's okay. You don't actually have to do that. You simply have to eliminate distractions, temptations, obstacles. And when you get rid of the junk, it's a whole lot easier to be successful. Think about this. If you want to stop eating potato chips, chocolate bars, pizza, whatever it is, and you never had those in your house, how easy would it be to avoid them, right? And it's the same with our personal discipline. If you wake up every day with these big goals and dreams, but you're on Instagram in 30 seconds, well, what if we removed Instagram? What if we stopped you from going on your phone? What if we made the path to success smoother? All of a sudden you go from dreamer to doer, and the success starts rolling in. So that's one of the things that I'm going to help you do. The next one, and this is where I was for so long. So a little backstory on me. If you've never read my books or heard about me, I have been to the emergency room twice. That's right. Well, I've been many times for injuries, but for 2 times that I went because I was having a heart attack. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was 29 years old, and I woke up on New Year's Day, and I'd partied too much the night before, and I had all these things I wanted to do, and I was anxious, and I was living a hypocritical lifestyle where I told people as a personal trainer to go and change their lives, and here I was with bad habits, and it all caught up with me. And I had an anxiety attack, and I went to the emergency room because I was doing all this work. In addition to all that stuff, I was working 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then also on Sunday, when I was hungover, I'd still be working. And it killed me, nearly killed me. And I don't want that to happen to you. And what we call the person who's grinding, who doesn't have clarity about where to go to, who's willing to work all those hours, and I know that you are willing to work so hard, but you're getting sick of this, right? You're getting sick of this. Your spouse, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, they're getting sick of it. Your kids are sick of it. Your body is sick of it. Your mind is sick of it. You, my friend, are what I call the lost warrior. You do not want to be a lost warrior, but I understand what being a lost warrior is like because I was the lost warrior for so long. We're out there and you're like, oh, I don't care. I'm going to go into all these battles and I'm going to fight and I don't care and this, that, and the other thing. I'm strong, put it on my back, give me your pain, I'll take it on, I'll suffer in silence, I won't tell anyone. But remember that movie, The Green Mile? Remember Michael Clark Duncan, big gentleman, and everybody's pain, he sucks it in. And then he breathes it out. Now here's the thing, is you're taking on all of your pain, you're taking on all of other people's pain, you're sucking it in, but you're forgetting to breathe it out. And you're grinding and hustling and working too much because you don't know exactly which direction to go in. And all of those things add up for you being a lost warrior. And you know people that have done this, especially like if you're in the fitness industry like I was, you've met the person who's been a personal trainer for 30, 40 years, right? And they look like they're 75 years old, even though they're, maybe 50, maybe 55. And you're like, I don't want to end up like that. Or you've met the business owner who's had the heart attack in the chair, who, I don't know why, I just had this vision right now of Chris Farley. Remember him from Tommy Boy? You've seen entrepreneurs who are that big, who are that unhealthy. And yeah, maybe they're funny, but look what happened to Chris, right? He was a lost warrior. He didn't have a path out of his darkness, out of his struggles. And I don't want you to be suffering in silence in the same way. My friend, Bedros Keuilian, who eventually became my client, and has built a 8-figure business in the franchise world, he was struggling. He was a lost warrior. He had anxiety attacks. He went to the emergency room just like me. Then he spent time with me. He hired me to coach his team and to coach himself. And he got the discipline in place and the vision. Because most of the lost warriors have the discipline. They don't have the vision to get to the next level. But I downloaded the Ballantyne method, which is what I call my systems, onto him. And now he's the type of guy who has 55 employees, but gets home for dinner every night and makes a lot of money and has a huge impact. A New York Times best-selling book. Everything that you want, probably, or at least some of the things that you want, including fast cars. He also has fast cars. He has time to work out, and he goes on great vacations. I mean, what is there not to want in that life? And it's all because he went from lost warrior down to this level down here, which I'll share in a second. So, dreamer, not doer, don't be there, okay? Just take some action and you get out of that one really fast. Unfortunately, you probably will end up in lost warrior where you're not sure what to do next. Once you've been the lost warrior, oftentimes you end up in the next phase, which is called a business battler. Business battler. Raise your hand right now, unless you're driving a car. Don't raise your hand. Unless you're driving a Tesla, then you can raise your hand. But if you're driving a car and watching this video, do not raise your hand. Do not watch this video while you're driving a car. But if you are just watching this video sitting down, raise your hand if you have ever said, I got a lot of fires to put out. Oh man, I got so many fires to put out today. I didn't get anything done. I was so busy, but no accomplishment. That's the business battler, going from one fight to the next. You know where you want to get to. So you do have the dreams and you're willing to work hard, but you get caught in the constant cycle and evolution of as soon as one fire is out, you get the call, the alarm, you got to go down the street and put out another one. And when you do this day by day by day, you end up like you just picture this business battler walking around with axes in their back and knives in their back and arrows in their back and all over the place. And it's like, how long can that go on? How long can that go on? So this is a real bad place to be. This is a slightly better place to be, but you're working in your business too much as a business battler and not working on your business. Now, when you apply the Ballantyne method to your life, when you get discipline and you have clarity, so you have vision, which is clarity, you have discipline, which the Lost Warrior has, and you put those two things together, you have strategy. And right now, the business battler doesn't have strategy. So when you put the strategy in place by stepping back and thinking, all of a sudden you get to graduate to the next level. And this next level is where you need to get to, okay? We all want to get down here to the 5th level, which I'll share in a second, but the 4th level, this is where you're hitting like 10 million bucks plus a year, even 100 million bucks. And that is called the empire builder. The empire builder, you see, the empire builder, what do you think of when you think of an empire builder? You think of like a pharaoh in Egypt who built the pyramids and was directing people. You think of the emperors in Rome. You think of the kings and queens in England. You think of people who are at the top and they are helping and guiding and telling people what to do. They're not doing it. You know, the pharaoh was not out pulling the blocks up to build the pyramid. No, instead, they just had the strategic vision. And so the empire builder has everything in place. They have the strategy. They have the clarity. They have great dreams. They have dreams that nobody else has, like Steve Jobs. Remember the dreams that he had for the iPhone? Man, that guy was an empire builder. And you have that because you're able to step back and think and build the strategy. And that is such a game changer. So the Ballantyne method will get you to this level. And so right now, even if you're just making $100,000 a year, great, no problem. I had a client named Frank Den Blanken, came to one of my coaching sessions, downloaded the Ballantyne method into his life. He went from making $12,000 a month, which is great, really great. That's way above average, making $12,000, 12,000 euros actually. And the problem is he was working 15 hours a day. So he was a totally lost warrior, moving to the business battler, but we gave him the strategy. And he went from 12K a month to 25K a month in 90 days to 100K a month in 60 days. And now it's crazy how much money he's making, like $300,000 a month because he's an empire builder. And I want that same for you. Now you might be thinking, oh, Craig, you're just talking about guys here. Listen, I've also worked with a woman named Shanda Sumpter. Shanda Sumpter is one of the greatest female business coaches in the world. And she has grown from multi-millions to multi-8 figures in her business. Now she's done all the work. Let's be brutally honest. But when she came to me, she didn't have enough time for her son, who was just a couple years old. She wanted to walk him on the beach every day. And now, because she put the Ballantyne method into place, put my systems into place, she works from 9 till 2, has time for her son, and does the empire building thinking. Now she's brilliant. She's a hard worker. She's done all the work. I don't claim credit for her success, but here's the thing. I opened up her mind and her time for her to go and dominate in business and in life. And that's what we're going to do for you. When we get you out of one of these 3 things, graduate you to the empire builder, and then once you're in that zone, you begin to delegate, eliminate, and automate every single day. You move back, you move back, you move back until you become the Titan. So the Titan, who are Titans in this world? Think about all of the people who are the greatest entrepreneurs. You have Oprah, right? Oprah is a billionaire who came from nothing. She had dreams. She was probably a lost warrior at one time doing everything herself. Man, then she had success and she had so many people fighting against her. She became an empire builder with these big goals and dreams, and she brought on great people, and now she's the Titan. She's able to step back and not work in the business. She's brought on great lieutenants to run her businesses. Elon Musk is another person. Steve Jobs became that. He had Johnny Ives building those iPhones and that great marketing team. Steve Jobs' greatest quote that he had that will help you become a Titan is this: we don't hire great people to tell them what to do. We hire great people so that they tell us what to do. And right now, when you're up, especially when you're up in this phase, you think you're the only person with ideas, you got to do it all yourself, and that's wrong, 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 wrong. Like, I'm making this video, but I'm not filming and editing. I didn't write the scripts for the video. I have people who help me do that. And they are geniuses at what they do so that I can come and be the genius at what I do. And the Titan realizes that. Richard Branson, who's a Titan, he realizes that. He goes and hires great people to run his visions. And so the Titan comes up with the vision, downloads it, and then away they go. And so we want to take a huge lesson from that, especially if we're up here. There's action and vision and strategy and clarity and personal discipline. Richard Branson up at sunrise every day. Oprah Winfrey up early in the morning every day. Elon Musk up early in the day. Magic Johnson up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's one of the greatest business speakers I've ever seen. He's built an empire. He's a Titan. He's up at 4 o'clock every day. Kris Jenner is up at 4 o'clock every day. There is a theme here. It's not about 4 o'clock. It's about getting up early to dominate because they have the strategy, vision, and clarity. So back to the questions. What are you struggling with? Is it the vision or the doing? Are you the dreamer or the lost warrior? What is your number one goal? What's your number one obstacle? Now there's one more question I want to ask you. And when you think about where you want to be, why you're not there, you think about the obstacle in your way. Here's the final question to leave you with. What's the first step that you can take to fixing this problem? What's the first step? One small step. And when you take that one small step, you get momentum. And then you are motivated to come back and take another step. So what's the first step that you can take? Well, let me give you a hint. I've got this thing called the Ballantyne method, theballantynemethod.com. It is another video that will take you to the next level. It will walk you through getting out of these phases and into the next. So go and watch that right now at theballantynemethod.com. It's going to be a game changer for you. It's going to take you out of this world and into the next level where you can have more success and less stress, more income, impact, and influence. You make more money while working fewer hours so you have more time for your family, your finances, your faith, your fitness, whatever it is that you want. All right? So go watch that. Click the link below, whatever it is you need to do to get to theballantynemethod.com and change your life.